Okay. First video, but we will see how things go. Anyways, today's analogy is going to be life is like a road, very long road. Each mile being a year of your life, right? Every mile that you can experience in different ways, whether it be, walking the mile, using a scooter on the mile, biking the mile, driving the mile. Point being, life depends on how you experience it and how you go about it. You can either walk the mile, take it slow, genuinely just look and experience and feel everything. You can scooter the mile, and this is what a lot of people do. A lot of people scooter the mile, and it feels like they're not living their life. Some people say it's like being on autopilot mode, letting someone else live the life for you and just watching it. And a lot of people have trouble with this. And I struggled with it for a while. Yeah, I still do every once in a while. I'll relapse. But the thing with the scooter is every little pebble and every setback, you fall and you feel it, and it just hits like a train. And it sucks because it's like, hey, why do I have to feel like this? Why do I have to feel like every setback is this huge issue? And it sucks. And you can either fall down, stay in the same spot, or you can get up and keep moving. And this is where a lot of people start fucking up. They fall down and they let that stay behind. And that's when you start reminiscing about the past. Oh my God, my life used to be so perfect. My life this, my life that. That's when you start reminiscing. And it sucks, because it's hard to get out of that cycle. You're going to have people in your life that are going to, cheer you on and tell you to keep pushing. But it's like, they're not going to help you get up. No one's going to pull you up except for yourself. People are going to be cheering on, get up, get up, get up. But it's not the same as someone grabbing you and pulling you up. That's why so many people try to fill a void by looking for a significant other. That's why so many people are stuck on, I can't be alone. I can't be alone. And it's something I struggle with too. It's something I haven't been able to let go either. I've been looking for someone to fill the void, help me pull me up, get me out of this tough spot. But it's not the way, you end up feeling worse because it's like, damn, now I'm going to miss this person and I'm going to be in the exact same spot as I was. Until you're content with walking the mile and actually living your life and experiencing things, you're never going to get over that. Then you have people who drive or bike, let's go bike first. There are people who bike who just speed down life, These people are the ones who, get through the weekend, just fucking party, do whatever, have fun. And that's okay, but you never really enjoy every single day. You don't, fall down with those setbacks, those little stones, those speed bumps, whatever. You don't fall down. You push through it, but you don't really live life. Then you have people who drive, just want to get it over with, who look forward to months. Maybe I'm not where I want to be. I'll look forward to it when I'm there, when I've driven 3-4 miles and I get to the spot I want to be. And that's okay. But the thing is, every experience you have shapes you. Everything that you do is going to shape you into the person you become. And that's why walking is such an amazing thing. Walking, to places, experiencing nature, going out and just getting sunlight, that's fun. That's fun and all, right? But walking through life, one step at a time, every single day, genuinely taking in what's happening, that's something completely different. And once you start to realize that, walking is fun and every day is something new and something to look forward to, that's when life just changes. 10%. That's when life just changes completely. Perspective, everything. And it's not for everyone. Some people like biking, driving, scootering, some people. But for those people that genuinely want to enjoy life and enjoy every moment, you got to take it slow. there are going to be setbacks, there are going to be things, there are going to be people, people you meet, things you experience. It's going to make you fall down. You're going to fall down. And that's something you can't change. That's something that you just have to experience. I went through a breakup a month ago, Well, we broke up a month ago. And I feel it, And I am lost. I'm confused, A lot of these YouTubers and a lot of these, like, TikTokers and influencers, they talk about it as if they've been through it a million times. And as if they know everything about it, they've walked that path. And they do. But the thing is, everyone handles things differently. Trying to get over someone the way this person did it, or that person did it, is going to be completely different from how you may do it. I know a lot of people that will get with someone else, rebound. They completely forget about the other person. That works for some people. Not everyone. But that works for some people. And then you have other people who, start focusing on themselves, start doing their own thing. Eventually, they feel everything they need to feel. They move on. And that's the thing. You need to experience whatever you're feeling before you're ready to move on. You're feeling a certain way because you need to experience that to truly let go. It's like owing a bank $1,000. Okay. Let's say you were in a 5-year-long relationship. That's gonna hurt way more than someone who was in like a 2, 3, 4 month relationship. Okay. The longer you were in a relationship, the more you owe the bank. Okay. Every little thought you have of that other person, or every little thought you have of things you guys used to do, that's paying back 10, 20, 30, $40 to the bank. Because at some point, you start to realize, I miss the thing I had with this person, but I don't miss them. They're not good for me. And that's the first step of healing. Finding yourself, finding peace within yourself. You are never going to be able to love someone until you find peace within yourself. Because then attachment issues, avoidant issues, I know there's people talk about 2 types of lovers, the avoidant and the anxious. There we go. I'm a very anxious person when it comes to relationship, and so I'm always like thinking and overthinking and worried and blah blah blah, constant reassurance. And that's something I need to work on, because I should not put that pressure on my partner to be a certain way for me. Love comes naturally. Unconditional love will take everything. It'll let you overcome anything. And you're not going to be ready to move on until you've experienced all of that. You need to learn your lesson. And that lesson means going through the emotions. Let's think of it as like a class. Okay. Every single day you go into class, you learn something new. When you have these thoughts of this significant other or this other person, what happens? You either relapse and start missing them again, or you begin to realize things that you never realized before. Me and my ex ended on pretty bad, not bad terms, but like decently bad terms, right? Me and her, I fucked up too. Don't get me wrong. She wasn't the only one that fucked up. I fucked up too. I have my, part to do. But I'm realizing that everything she did, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't because I didn't give her enough love. It wasn't because I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I didn't do that. It was because she was feeling something and she was doing things to fulfill what she felt. And, that's not on me. That's what I learned from just this last month. So whatever you're going through and all the thoughts you have, you need to let them pass and you need to experience it, because that's how you grow. You're not going to grow from listening to other people tell you shit. You're not going to go from that. You can learn from that. That's different from growing. Learning and having that in mind and using that philosophy or whatever, that advice to push past and keep growing, that's completely different from taking the advice and growing. You can learn things, but that doesn't change you as a person. You change you as a person. Your reactions to things change you as a person. Having a positive reaction is probably the best thing you can do. Learning to let go is probably the best thing you can do. And it's going to be hard. Trying to find yourself and trying to fill the void. You don't want to fill that void. You want to get out of that void. And by getting out of that void, you need to be fulfilled with yourself. You need to learn to be comfortable by yourself. Learn to, do things you love doing. When you do things you love doing, you learn things about yourself. You're not going to be ready to move on until you experience everything you need to experience. People that move on don't reminisce on the past. They look at the past and appreciate it for what it was, whether it be the lessons they learned, whether it be the happiness they felt, whether it be the things they experienced, the way they've grown from it. That's what moving on is. Moving on isn't forgetting about everything that happened. Moving on isn't, hating this person or, missing this person. This doesn't just completely apply to, a significant other. This can also apply to a relative, apply to a friend, apply to someone who's passed away. Losing someone's hard. And you don't have to move on. Boom, 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 boom. Feel what you need to feel. A lot of people tell you, oh, do this, do this, do this. It's like everything that people tell you isn't going to fulfill the way you want things. Some people want that void filled. You can't stop them. Maybe you can't stop yourself. Maybe you want to go to a different person. Try it. Try it. About 2 weeks after I broke up with my ex, I met this girl. I'm not, gonna say anything, but I hit it off. Boom. She was exactly my type. She was so outgoing and charismatic and just, God, she's great. She was great. She is great. I don't really talk to her anymore, but we spent a night, not like a night together, like a whole night, but I went and hung out with her, and I think back and I'm just like, God, that was a great experience. She was a great experience. Nothing happened. Nothing came out of it. She lives pretty far, so it kind of ruined it. But I experienced it. And I realized there's someone else out there exactly the way I want and the type of person I want. And I'm waiting for them, I'm growing and becoming this person that they're gonna love. When you think about it, are you the person? Okay, here, let me think about it differently. If you were someone, your type, the girl you want, or the boy you want, if you were the opposite gender, exactly who you want, could you look at yourself and say, hey, I would find you attractive. I would want you. I would want to be in a relationship with you. If that's a no, because you're not ready for a relationship, then don't seek it. Grow. But if it's a yes, then go for it. Life's too short to be stuck on these rules that society places. Society's going to place rules on whatever. Rules are meant to be broken. Maybe not all rules, but some rules are meant to be broken. It doesn't apply to everyone. Sometimes you think of some dumb rules, like, I don't know, the phone policy at school. I could see it in some classes, but in other classes, there's no point. You know what I mean? Are you going to break the phone policy? Probably. Anyways, back to back to topic, sorry. You gotta experience everything, and you gotta experience things in life, whether it be people, whether it be going out, whether it be doing this, whether it be doing that. Do things that make you happy. Things that make you happy will make you fulfilled and will help you walk out of that void and out of that dark place in your life, and you will feel 100 times better. There are going to be times where you relapse. There are going to be times where you're just like, God, I miss this person. God, I wish I could go back to this time. I wish I could, do this, do that. It's okay. It's all part of the healing process. It's not linear. You're going to have points where you just, plateau, and you're just like, okay, I feel good. I still think about them every once in a while, and then boom, crash, back to square one. And you're just like, God, I want to text them, I want to call them, or I remember when I was doing this and I was doing that, before my injury, before this, before that, before this huge setback. Fall in love with the process, and every day is a blessing. Even smaller things in life can be a blessing. I wake up happy that I have a roof to live under. I wake up happy that I have an education. I wake up happy that I can cook for myself, that my parents care about me, that my parents, love me. Some people may not have the same gifts that I have or that you have, but you got to appreciate everything that you're given. Everything that's given to you should be appreciated, and you're not going to appreciate everything you have until it's gone. The moment it's gone, you're going to look back and be like, damn, I should have been more appreciative. Appreciate it while you can. Live life, experience things, and when you're ready to move on, you'll move on. Life is a roller coaster. It has its highs and it has its lows. But just because you're at the low point doesn't mean you won't go back to a high point. It just takes time. Time is given. It's not earned. It's given. It's forced. Are you going to take that time and waste it? Or are you going to take that time and do everything you want to do and you want to experience and live your life looking back as like a 40, 50-year-old, like, damn, I lived it up when I was younger. I did everything I wanted to do. Maybe you can't do everything you want to do. But if you do a lot of it or you do most of it, then you can lay back and reminisce and be like, yeah, I had great teenage years. I had great early 20s, That's about all I got right now. But, I hope you're enjoying life. I hope you're doing good. I hope that this helped at least 1, 2, 3 people. And like I said, you're never going to be ready to move on until you experience everything and learn what you need to learn. Everything in life is a lesson, no matter what it is, no matter how small. You learn something from it. People try and teach you what they've learned, but that doesn't mean it's going to apply to you. Your situation is going to be different. Your situation is going to have this. Your situation is going to have different circumstances. You will learn from experience. Experience is the best master. Before I end off, there's this quote that I want you guys to keep in mind. It's, the mind is a horrible master, but a great slave. And take it as you will. The way I interpret it is, if you let your thoughts control you, it's going to kill you. It's going to be your downfall. But the moment you start controlling the way you think and you start genuinely living life to where your mind starts thinking of what you can do and what you can achieve and the great, all the positive outlooks, then you're set, That's the way I interpret it. But I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one.